Well, howdy. I'm Infinity Solstice, Bright Wizard of Destiny. Welcome to the gallery at Go Organic Sports Ranch. Beside me, I have a silkscreen done by my artist friend man-woman called Machine Gun Angel and the Bullets of Bliss. I mean, it's really a well-done silkscreen, but it's not my favorite topic, being a pacifist that I am. So this video blog, it's a bit of a memoir, but nonetheless, it's called Mom, Dad, School, and Tennis. My father always loomed larger than life, a character that was always laughing and boasting about how handsome he was. Every time he passed a mirror, he would do this crazy little jig and suggest that we all look at his beautiful mug. At parties, when he was into the sauce, he'd sing some little ditty or tell jokes. He would even write jokes sometimes, and with some skill. I always felt he was in the wrong trade. He should have been a stand-up comedian. But it seems life evolves around us and sets us on courses we would never imagine ourselves to have taken. But the universe unfolds as it should, I suppose. And Dad was a good salesman, well, at least according to him. As a kid, you study your parents' faces rather closely. My eyes would wander over the forehead of my father to his hairline that was thinning upon his scalp. You could see each hair as if looking at individual trees in a forest. I found myself studying his scalp until one day my dad and I were in the back of a pickup truck helping a neighbor move a big dresser somewhere. And as we drove along, I caught a glimpse of my father's reflection in the mirror that was attached to the dresser, and upon closer examination, I saw the beautiful face he was always talking about. He was a handsome dude. What a guy. I'd never seen that aspect of his face. I spent too much time looking at his scalp. He actually was a handsome guy. There's Dad in a nutshell. Now here's another memory from when I was a kid living with my folks. For some reason or other, if I didn't feel like going to school on a certain day when I got up in the morning, I would park my face by the hot air register as it blew hot air from the furnace downstairs until my face was really hot and red. And I would tell my mother that I didn't feel good and maybe I had a fever. And that day, my mom would always let me stay home. Thank you, Mom. Memories everywhere. Here's one from elementary school. Oh my God. I remember sitting in class, and if I wasn't staring out the windows at the blue sky and the big old fluffy white cumulus clouds, I'd be daydreaming, or I'd look up and see the teacher's lips moving up and down, and I would not comprehend a single thing she was saying. I don't know what that means. I could hardly wait for recess or lunch to play some sports or games. It must be a guy thing or my thing. I like my baseball cards more than math, and playing marbles kicked science's ass. Marbles for a while every spring were as valuable as gold. We would draw a line on the asphalt and sit 10 or so feet away from the line with our legs spread in a large V and place a cob or a crystal cob, a much bigger marble, there between our legs, and invite kids to shoot regular marbles at our cobs to collect more marbles so we could shoot at other people's crystal cobs and try to win them. When somebody hit your cob, they won it. Very exciting. There was a lot of beautiful marbles around in those days. We did much the same thing with baseball cards. Again, we would draw a line on the ground and throw the baseball cards to the base of a wall. You would challenge another student with your Mickey Mantle to play against his Willie Mays or whoever. And whoever shot his card closest to the wall wins the other guy's card. We got so good at the game we could shoot a baseball card and make it lean up against a wall. But your opponent could hit your card and try to knock it down. Then we'd run to the wall and see whose baseball card was closer to the wall. It proved to be one of the best times at school. I loved my baseball cards. Somehow, they disappeared after I left home, which is a bit sad. Mom, what did you do with my baseball cards? They're gone, son. Too bad. My wife's mother kept her collection of Beatle cards. John, Paul, George, Ringo, in their youth, jumping around inside those black and white cards. It's not a complete set, but pretty close. What a great marketing ploy. Good old Brian Epstein. After checking out her deck, I thought I should make some disc golf sports cards of my own, and I may yet. 4 cards in a pack with gum and everything. Not very far from my family home, that is no more, was a tennis court built by the community in a small park. My father played tennis when he was a kid, so he passed his love of the game on to me. I'd be constantly begging him to play, and he would. He loved to cut a tennis ball to impart a whole bunch of spin on the ball, but it's a low percentage shot. As I have found out, the slice has proved to be a much better shot, a much higher percentage shot, especially on a backhand. So the next video blog, I'll describe the advent of my clay tennis court. Thanks for everything, Mom and Dad. Over and out. Peace and love.